Hello and welcome to the Apecast. I'm your host AJ, and ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to have this review on No Man's Sky. And for the past few days I've been playing it on my PlayStation 4 and I have to say it's a great game. But I do have some things to say about it. But best things first, save the worst for last. The game overall is just it's so exciting just being in space, flying around. The sequences where you go into the planet where you don't even have to slow down. There's not even any loading screens. You just go down into the planet. Um it's just awesome just exploring every single planet whether on your plane or on foot. It's just awesome finding all these materials and then upgrading your ship, your multi-tool, or your inventory is amazing. And all the animals you see, discovering everything, buying things, and getting into awesome space battles have also been a key part of the journey I've had in this game so far. So, first I'd like to focus on the ships. Now, the ships are truthfully awesome. Some of them may be overpriced when you go to a space station and you try to buy one, but they are awesome. And I think that they do have some flaws, like that you can't go very close to the planets. Like you can only levitate, and can't get any closer than that. Um, and that's pretty much it for the ships. I think they're pretty good. I think all of them are designated into their own categories pretty well: cargo ships, exploring ships, and etc. I think they're all pretty amazing, and one thing I do have to say is that I do not recommend finding a crashed ship and then doing the same thing that you did at the beginning of the game to get another ship. I recommend just saving up your units and then buying a ship. And a lot of them are just so cool, and I don't think you can find the same kind of ships you find in space stations on the ground crashed. Next, I'd like to talk about the multi-tools, and this is a key part of the game because that's the thing that you will be using, you'll be battling on the ground with, and you'll be mining with. Now, at the start of the game, you start with an okay multi-tool. You can upgrade it pretty soon, and you get Sigmas as you go along, and Sigmas are upgrading blueprints that you use to create items to upgrade your multi-tools, ships, inventory, etc. And as you go along, you can find new multi-tools in a wide array of places that you really wouldn't expect to find them. And as the game goes on, you find cooler and cooler multi-tools. And there's a reason why it's called a multi-tool. You can use it as a blaster, you can use it as a mining tool, and there's just so many uses for it. And it can even be used as a grenade launcher, which has some pretty cool upgrades as well. So, what else? So there's the inventory. This is one complaint that I have. Um, I think that the inventory space is just micromanaging it all is just very hard, and not giving you a tutorial at the beginning of the game. At least they could have given us a little bit more of of some inventory space so that we could fit all the things that we needed at the beginning of the game. And that's one reason why whenever one of my friends starts playing it, I recommend that they manage their resources very well, not mining things like iron and plutonium too much that you can find on every single planet. Thamium is also something that you can get in meteorites, or asteroids, may I say, in space. So I wouldn't recommend, unless it's the beginning of the game, to go and find them elsewhere on planets. I thought that analyzing planets, their plant life, with your goggles that you use to get units in the game, which is one of the discovery aspects of the game, to discover new plants, animals, rock formations. It gets very dull and repetitive over time, just going to different planets and seeing sort of the same thing over and over again. Truthfully, not many things change from planet to planet. You see some of the same iron formations. I've actually seen two animals that look extremely similar on two planets, and planet types differ a lot, but it sort of feels the same. And although Sean Murray said that these planets would be huge, it ended up being not great because it takes such a long time to travel across the planet. And although that's cool that it might take you an extremely long time to travel around the planet, um, I think it's also a drawback. Um, Animals do not play a very big part in the game, like they said at the beginning, and they really play no purpose besides you discovering them and getting 2,000 units every single time you upload it to the Atlas. Um, Atlas is something you'll discover in the game. You'll just have to go and check it out when you see it. And I overall I think the game is very good, but I think it wasn't the developers that overhyped it. I think it's actually the people who were excited for the game that were eventually disappointed because they overhyped it. And I have to say myself that I overhyped it as well. Because this is something that is going to revolutionize gaming forever with the procedural generating music, um, plants, animals, rock formations, planets, solar systems, the whole entire freaking galaxy. It's just really awesome. And I truthfully, I think the game does get a little bit repetitive over time, and it does get a little bit grindy, but I think it's all worth it when you get that upgrade for your multi-tool or for your inventory. And the inventory space upgrades, the first one is free, and then it goes up 10,000 after that. Also, a little tip for the Atlas Pass: don't worry if you'll discover it sometime or one time or another throughout the game. Um, what else? Space stations. So space stations are a little bit deceiving. They sorry about the dog barking in the background. Space stations are a little bit deceiving in which they they look big from the outside, but they really aren't on the inside. They have the little hangar bay, which is pretty big, and which traders come in and you can trade with them, sell them things, um, and there's really nothing in the space station until you get all the Atlas passes. Right now, I only have the first one, and it's already taken 14 hours to 12 plus hours to get it, and I don't know. It's just not much in the space station unless you want to save, or if you're in space and you want to sell something to get more money, or buy a new ship. Not really much to do unless you have the higher Atlas passes higher than V1. And you discover that when you get the Atlas pass, it really becomes a little more of a struggle than it's used for. And when you get the Atlas pass and you want to get that debris that's all over the place, it ends up just filling your inventory really quick because it gets you warp cells, the things for antimatter, suspension fluid, all of that kind of stuff. But that stuff can't stack, just like certain things in games like Minecraft can't stack. And I'm going to compare this game to Minecraft a few times in the video, but a lot of things in this game can't stack, and it really just fills up your inventory real quick. And eventually, you either have to destroy it because you're just carrying around too much, or you have to sell it. Minecraft, this game is extremely similar to Minecraft in the crafting way. It's also similar to Destiny if you've played that game. That game I have over 1,000 hours, which is a little bit ridiculous, and I don't know how I spent that much time on that game. But anyway, it's a lot like Minecraft in which you mine things and you craft things, and it's very similar, but it's a very different in the same way because I know lots of people get angry if someone compares this game to Minecraft. Storyline. Monoliths are very interesting. I thought that was actually one of my favorite parts of the game, in which you get to see little story clips of the species or culture. There's the Vy'keen, there's the Gek, and then there's the robot ones, whatever they're called. And you meet them throughout the game, and you get better relations with them, or you become their enemy. And you become better friends with them by going to monoliths on planets, helping them in some way or another at outposts on planets, and it's just extremely interesting to see that relationship develop. And with the Vy'keen right now, I have a special relationship, and it's really interesting because they're the warrior race, and yeah. So with the storyline, the Atlas is a little bit confusing, and it doesn't offer you much of a storyline, so I'm guessing if I get further in the game, I'll discover more, but right now, I sort of think that, like, everybody hates the Atlas and the Sentinels, um, but I guess it's going to become clearer as I go along. I should be coming across the center of the universe or galaxy pretty soon, and when I do, I'll make another video about that. But or if we get 10 likes, maybe. Um, I think the storyline's very cool because it's like a mystery novel. If you read some of it and then you're just hooked to it, it's extremely interesting, and this game really is like that. It's a mystery, and as you go along, you learn bit by bit of what's happening in the game and who you are. Um, Easter eggs. I haven't found any, but apparently Sean Murray said that when characters meet each other, which hasn't happened, actually it happened once, but they couldn't see each other, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. There's an Easter egg when people see each other, so you'll get to see what you look like. I feel like you're gonna be like a water buffalo or something. Anyway, um, Atlas. The Atlas is a data collecting service like Google. Not really, I'm joking, but it's like some kind of artificial intelligence, I guess. It's confusing. No, but nobody knows, unless that guy who's you talk to that guy who spent $1,400 on the game before it came out. But anyway, what else is there to talk about? Um, it is a very grindy game, and it will take you a while at the beginning to get used to it. Um, so in summary, this game is just it's interesting in many, many, many different ways, and I can't really put it into words, the experience, but it's definitely an experience. And if you go and play it, you'll definitely understand. Sponsorship by No Man's Sky, Hello Games. Anyway, um, uh, the hype, it was a little bit overhyped, but not by the developers, like I said before, by the people who were excited to play the game, and those are the people who ended up being a little bit disappointed because they saw that there was 18 quintillion planets, but I guess they forgot to realize that although it's procedurally generated, I'm sure things get a little bit repetitive. And that is the problem in this game. It is a revolutionary game, but it is repetitive. It does get a little bit repetitive over time, and solar systems do, jumping from solar system to solar system, and but I think it's such a great game. I'm going to continue playing it. I hope I get a lot of time on it. That has been my review on No Man's Sky. If you would like another part when I have a little bit more experience, let's get 15 likes, 10 likes. I'll do a video on the center when I get there. Thanks for watching, and ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.